What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Assassin 4. It's your boy Dre from PG holding the thing down once again, man. Pause on that. We're starting. I promise y'all, I'm gonna go as long as I can. I'm not like the last person gonna get caught slipping yet. We're gonna keep going with that. But hope everyone had another good week, man. We're ready to cut up again. We're ready to talk about this final stretch of the NBA season. Talk a little bit of NCAA hoops and everything. But before we start, man, I just want to discuss this with the fellas because you know, I'll be at work sometimes. I'll be catching on some people's podcasts, and 520 is one of them, man. Did y'all see the John? They was doing the super chat, and they talked about Lamar Odom, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. B Hen. I aspire to pod like B Hen for sure. For sure.
Nah, he top two Potter in the game right now. Probably not
top one.
number two, and I'm in that too, dog. Like he's that person who's like, I can't talk the NBA, man, but I'm part of the NBA, son. So
he get his shit off because T can't. That's what it is.
No, he definitely like the personification of having a burner account. That's what BN is. He's like certain people out of respect and coming from, they can't say certain shit, but BN gonna take it to that level because it's like, dog, I ain't got no relationship with none of these niggas, bro. T my dog, bro. So I'm gonna say what the fuck I want. But yeah, Lamar Odom, wicked nigga right there, man. Wicked nigga.
Wow, man.
That's a crazy.
I don't know how that brother was doing that one.
And I'm like, and you won 6th Man of the Year multiple times off doing this shit, bro. Like, what's he definitely had an interesting career for sure. Still a champion though. Still a champion. But that's a wild nigga for doing that shit. For people that watch 520, if you know, you know. For people that haven't, this is a harmless plug. Go ahead, watch that clip. Some of y'all gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Some of y'all gonna be like, "Hey, man, sometimes that's how you get the edge." Sometimes.
To go out and be aggressive and actually hoop after that? Hell no.
Corey, you got a pregame ritual before you get into work, man?
Yeah, no, not that.
I'll say elaborate now.
I listen to Future. I listen to Future every morning. You gotta get Future on your playlist. It gets you right. Young nigga, get that dough. That's my sales song.
For sure.
So what about you, Dave?
I actually don't have a consistent pre-work routine. I mean, I think it's the same as everybody. I brush my teeth, I wipe my ass, and I go to work. Pretty much. As far as like music I listen to, it could be one day it could be, gospel, and the next day it could be Pusha T on there. Who knows?
Nah, I feel it, man.
I go from tithes and offerings to selling work.
It depends. If it's like a normal day, I'm more of an R&B guy. Like I like to listen to R&B in the morning. I don't like most day because I'm still trying to wake up and I'm just like I'm still kind of like in a chill mood. I don't want to listen to like too much like stuff yet. Maybe one song before I get into the building. But if it's like a Friday or it's like a conference day or a big day, oh yeah, I'm playing Moneybag, Future. Like, sure, I haven't played like J. Cole and Wale, depending what, like, I'm like, do I want to be aggressive today or do I want to be like suave with it? You know what I'm saying? Be like, you don't really got to do this, but I need you to do this.
Yeah. If it's a chill day, like if a Friday that's not too much happening, then yeah, I'll play like some real turn stuff. But days in which like a day like today where you just have meetings back to back to back, it's like, all right, yeah, I gotta be focused. I gotta be focused on what's going on. So, yeah.
You got any pre-game rituals, pre-work rituals, T?
Wake up, stretch for like 5-10 minutes, play Future, play some Young Dolph, some old Gucci Man, some old Jeezy, just depends. I can't get motivated or I mean I can, but man, I'm trying to get money, man. I gotta listen to some trap music, man. Like it's
That's what
gotta
I'm
be
saying.
Future, it's gotta be Dolph or something, to get me going. Especially if it's a day where I know I got a lot of clients, I gotta travel and be on the road.
Hmm.
And then of course, I drink my teas, so gotta make my tea,
Yeah,
gotta
for
eat,
sure.
gotta cook some breakfast, gotta eat, drink my green tea, and then that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Nah, nah, respect to that. Respect to that.
Yeah. The multivitamins too. That's definitely something I do every morning.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
vitamins. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Make sure y'all take out
For
multivitamins.
sure,
I'm
for
in my
sure.
mid
Multivitamins,
thirties
your
now.
vitamin D, your B
Yeah.
vitamins, and if you're really on some demon time, that maca root.
Hey, the sea
Hey,
moss, the sea moss will get you right too. Sea
yeah,
moss
Oh
will get
yeah,
you
yeah,
right.
absolutely.
CMOS, yeah, CMOS, yeah, CMOS will too. If y'all ain't hip on the maca root, boy, boy.
Oh man,
All I can say is don't be lonely when you're on the maca route,
that's
man.
why
Don't
you
be
better be in a
lonely.
relationship
Better
and
have
have something lined
companionship.
up.
Better have companionship.
Yeah,
Don't be lonely off the maca route, bro.
Or
yeah.
you gonna
You'll
be
be
searching
fucking
your
around.
phone. You gonna search your phone for companionship.
You're gonna make some bad. You're gonna make some bad decisions. You're gonna make some bad decisions if you're in that case.
You gonna make
Boy,
some 2:30, some 2:25 a.m. decisions. Leaving the club. That last song playing.
nasty work,
Mhm.
man. Nasty work. But before we really get off the rails, man, we definitely gotta be talking about some hooping going on. As you know, last episode, me and Corey and Dave alluded to, we was going to definitely pick up talking about the last stretch of the NBA season. All-Star break is over. Trade deadline has gone through. We get into the final stretch, which starting to see teams peaking or dwindling for various reasons. It could be, just the mental fatigue of a long season, or teams are dealing with a lot of injuries, or people are starting to pick up on the early seats of philosophy. People are jocking for position and everything. So it's a lot going on, man. But just this past weekend and even a couple of days ago, like we saw matches between like Celtics and Lakers, Cleveland and New York. We even had the Spurs versus Detroit the other night. OKC's playing. OKC's playing Detroit right now. So it's this time of year where the NBA, I guess, quote unquote, script writers, they be setting up these marquee games for after the All-Star game, because this is peak time to like really get to see these matches and really get to see these star players playing really good competition. So if someone can bring up the conference standings real quick. Yeah, we still got Detroit leading in the East, followed by Boston. And then it looks like Cleveland and New York, they tied right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got Toronto, and then we got Philly rounding out the top six. And then of course right now in the play-in, we got Orlando playing a Merchant, they Miami Heat playing Merchant, the Atlanta Hawks, and newcomer are y'all my people, the Charlotte Hornets, crashing the play-in party. They say they don't want y'all here, y'all.
That's fine. We can get up to 6.
I I mean, for my sake, I want y'all at 7. Unless my Raptors are at 5, y'all can be at 6.
Yeah, I can give you that.
But I mean, for the most part, surprising, there's actually been some good ball play on the Eastern Conference, and we can debate if this even matters when we will talk about the teams on the West Coast. But you know, we all know that this year kind of seems like another wide open. Even though we probably agree OKC if fully healthy is probably going to be favorite, but it's a lot of good ball coming out of some of these teams. Detroit and Boston, I feel like they got two MVP candidates in Cade Cunningham and Jaylen Brown this year leading their teams. And then the way Cleveland has been playing after they made the trade for James Harden, and now they got Evan Mobley back, that's an interesting team to follow. And then New York, they're a good team, but honestly, fuck New York. I ain't gonna act like I have
They're
any.
stealing. They got a ceiling, and their ceiling is going to be second round. That's how I look at it.
It depends on the matchup, but
Yeah.
I just feel like
If
if
it's
they run,
Boston, they're losing to Boston.
I don't think New
Yeah.
York matches well versus Detroit, Boston, or Cleveland, to be honest with
that's
you.
the thing. I think they
Yeah.
they they match up well. It's like do they have the mental awareness? Do they have like the physicality, the mental? I feel like Detroit can punk them. I feel like Boston might be able to punk them because both of them play good defense and physical defense. We know in the playoffs that gets ratcheted up. Cleveland, we still waiting for Cleveland. Like they try a lot of ways to trying to get out the second round, but
I don't think they there. I don't think they there. I don't think they're gonna get there. Unless Evan Mobley shows us well, actually I mean like since the James Harden trade, it's unlocked something different from Jared Allen. If we can get
but my problem is the James Harden cycle. That's my issue.
And that's the thing. That's why I say like, you know, we're not really gonna see anything different just because of what we see from James Harden in key moments during the playoffs. And I don't know how they're going to be defensively either. I think it's going to anchor a lot on how the front court plays. And I guess like a lot of the offensive load will be on Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. But I think they got it covered. Defense, that's the concern for me.
This is my thing with Cleveland. If you don't have to rely on James Harden having to be that guy when it matters, you might have a chance. Because Philly needed him to be that guy when he shouldn't have to be the guy. We know what happened with him in Houston. We saw what happened with him with the Clippers. We saw what happened with him. Well, he just gave up in Brooklyn. That was just a debacle in itself. But I'm just saying, and we saw what he did in the finals against OKC. So I'm like, knowing that they have Donovan Mitchell, and we've seen Donovan Mitchell, he does have good game. It's just he just can't win it on his own. Like he really needs like other people to step up around him. So if this is the version of Jared Allen we're going to get because James Harden's play has unlocked this new Jared Allen, then okay, and maybe we see how Evan Mobley plays into the fold coming back from injury. But I still think Cleveland is a sleeper. It's just I'm still hesitant because I just feel like the James Harden cycle, if he's still a focal point when it matters, it's going to hurt them or hurt them.
Yeah. I think so for shit.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's just it.
No, I'm trying to think of as far as like their potential matchups, because I mean, as of like right now, they would play Toronto in the first round, and then they get past there, they would play Detroit. I don't know if they get past Detroit or even get past the second round. I mean, unless Detroit slips up before then.
I don't see them getting past Detroit because of the physicality standpoint. And because we've seen how that same those Cleveland bigs, unless for whatever reason they just decide to be a little bit more physical, we've seen in the past how they are whenever they get matched up with physicality. They can't handle it. They shy away from it, and in reality, it hurts them. Honestly, I don't even see it going 6 if they match up with Detroit.
I do, because as T keep pointing out, Detroit really can't shoot like that. And for what we saw the other night, if you don't really, they're going to push you. They're going to foul you. But if you don't let that like make you mad or get in your head, you can stay in the game and then like just play your game. Just play your style of basketball. Don't try to play theirs. Don't try to like get cheap fouls or like get them back or anything. Because they just beat the shit out of Wemby the other night. But that monk training came in handy for real. Like he kept his inner peace throughout that game. So there wasn't no like what pretty much what happened in y'all game in Charlotte, where it was like there was fights, people getting ejected, suspended. It kind of threw the rhythm off in the games. The Spurs was like, all right, bro. And, you still had Stefan Casso. He was locking up. Keldon Johnson, he held down. He was like, if I got to be that guy to push people around, I'll be that guy. And then, Wemby, he turned it up in the second half, and they eventually got the dub. And De'Aaron Fox, he was just that calm presence throughout the floor. Like, nothing rattled him. He was just playing ball. So, we saw Cade. He got in foul trouble because he was trying to, like, get in people. He was trying to push Stefan Casso. That shit didn't work. Darryn, he got in foul trouble because he was trying to pump Wemby. That didn't work out for him. So I feel like as long as you just stay focused on the task and not worry about, the refs and not getting causing anything, because Detroit don't really got that many shooters. They are really reliant on Cade Cunningham playing a lot of minutes and them in their defense. So if your offense has rhythm throughout the game, Detroit can't be had. Shoot, they struggling with this damn OKC right now. OKC starting line not even playing.
I don't think they're built to win the playoffs. Like they can win a series, maybe two, but to get the finals, they just don't have because they're too reliant on Cade Cunningham. And we saw the Spurs like also if you can match their physicality without being like Dre said too emotional about it. If you can handle your emotions and match the physicality, we saw them bitching and complaining a lot to the refs on Monday too. The Spurs matched the physicality. It was starting to get to Detroit as well. And if Detroit plays a team like Boston, who's been there, won a championship, Boston's not going to be pumped.
Yeah.
The Knicks, I don't know what's up with the Knicks, man.
They're hard.
But the Knicks are our 2K team. You can win a championship if he was playing with the Knicks on 2K because they just have like a balance. You got Jalen Brunson, you have Cat that can shoot from three, and on 2K you will put him in the post. And then you got wings like OG, you got Josh Hart, you picked up Alvarado.
He's the X factor in my opinion because I think they got him.
And you still got You still got Mikal Bridges. So on paper and on 2K, the Knicks look like a solid ass team. You're trying to figure out why they're not at least the number 2 seed in the East, but they're not the number 2 seed in the East because the Knicks was going to be the fucking Knicks, man. So,
I mean, like we were saying about the Knicks and how they can match up with some of these teams. With Jose Alvarado, that pickup around the trade deadline, I think that's the X factor because I think they got him to go against guys like Cade, to go against some of the Boston guards, to go up against Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland. I think that could prove for them to possibly get to the conference finals. I don't see them. I mean, they could lose in the second round, but I really think they can get to the conference finals.
They could lose in the first round depending on the matchup.
Well, any of these teams can lose in the first round for real.
A team that we haven't talked about that's just kind of looking around as long as they get in healthy. It's Philadelphia. You got Maxey who can flat out score. You got Embiid who's playing well when he's available. We know what Joel Embiid can do. We know what Max can do. Paul George has been there. We don't expect too much from Paul George, but he can just be a solid third option. You got VJ. You got Grimes. You got Oubre, who's been. They have guys that have been in the postseason before. Philadelphia is one of those teams. It doesn't really matter their seeding. They're going to give whoever they play hell just because of what they have. They just got to get to the playoffs healthy. It's a dangerous team.
Okay, I just want to ask because not to cut you off too, but like, what's Joel Embiid just been doing? If they just set him out just for rest and stuff, or he like got a lingering like knee issue or something like that? Cause I know he just been MIA for a few weeks now.
He played last night.
Oh shit! Okay, I can't keep up, man. I'm sorry. My fault, Embiid. My fault. I can't keep up.
He like a double. I think like 27, like 10 last night.
Okay, because I guess I just be missing because every time I want to tune in Philly, it's like, yeah, Andre Drummond's the starting center. I'm like, well, fuck, man. Like, I don't want to see this nigga, dog.
I think he did re-aggravate his knee, but it wasn't like anything serious. But they're gonna be cautious with Embiid.
Yeah.
But the fact that Joel Embiid's playing at the level he is, shout out to his surgeon, man. His surgeon did wonders with him. Because I never thought we'd see this level.
He been hooping. He has good numbers every time he at least tries to play. So we know the talent is there. We never question his talent. It's just his availability and how will this team mesh when it comes to the playoffs. So, but Philly is a dark horse.
I'm not trying to sound like a homer, but Charlotte's going to give whoever they play absolute hell if they make it to the playoffs. We get through the play-in, if we get to the 6th seed, whatever. If we get to the 7th seed, it don't matter. But whoever we play in the first round, whether it's Detroit, New York, Boston, or Cleveland, we're going to give them absolute hell in the first round because we legit have 5 guys on any given night that can give you 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
And you got LaMelo, you got Khan, you got Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges can get you 25, 30 when he's right, and we just added Kobe White. There's not a lot of teams that can say they have 5 guys that can legit give you 25 points on any given night. And the Hornets, the reason why they turn around is not their offense. Their offense is elite. Their offense is like top
It's actually the
2 in
defense.
the league. Their defense has been elite since January 1st. Like they rebound well, they defend well. I gotta give credit to Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller usually gets a lot of those tough assignments. Tom is a much better defender than what we realized. LaMelo is playing good team defense. He doesn't gamble as much, going for steals. Um, and like I said, Musa just controlling the boards and being that presence on the boards. And then when you got guys like Josh Green come off the bench, he's been playing really well lately, hitting corner threes and playing defense. Sion James is gonna come in and defend as well. So and then Grant Williams comes in there. He brings physicality as well. So I know we're probably not going to get to. There's a possibility we could get to 6, but it don't matter.
Hey,
Honestly, I'm not
it's gonna
really
be a
scared of
hard
any.
5 to 6 games. It's gonna be a hard 5 to 6 games.
I'm a laugh.
Yeah.
I'm a laugh, y'all, if y'all get the Boston matchup. Cause I just know game one's gonna be hilarious. Game one's gonna be fucking hilarious, bro.
Honestly, I think we match up well with Boston because Vucevic doesn't really scare me on the front line, and we have plenty of guards and wings that can match their guards and wings. I think we actually match up with Boston pretty well. Actually, there's a team that I would rather see in the first round. It would be Boston. Um, with Detroit being second, the only reason I say Detroit, yeah, they're physical, and yeah, Jalen Duren's a problem, but if we can contain Cade, there's really nobody else that really scares me on their team. As
We
far as the
actually
Knicks
play that.
go,
We play almost the same type of offense that they play as well. So it's like how T saying we match up well with them. We wouldn't know how to defend that.
as far as the Knicks go, Carly Towns will be a problem because he's a big 4, and Miles is an undersized 4. So I don't know how we would deal with
I
that.
I give Cat respect. When he knows that he can bully people on the block, he would get activated. It's when he plays like if he has to go against Wemby, if he has to go against Embiid or Joker or Giannis, that's when he kind of like shies away from the moment. But like it doesn't even have to matter if you like a star player. If you know he like weighs more than you and shit like that. Cause I seen that when he was in Minnesota playing against KD with the Suns and everything. He was giving KD trouble because he was just bigger than him. It wasn't that he was better, he was just bigger. So I think that's your matchup problem with Cat. Is because he knows he's like the biggest person on the court. Now, the thing about it is like you can still punk his ass, and it's easy to do it. So Musa can like really get in his head, like he could be physical with him, or shoot, even Miles Bridges, like now Miles Bridges, he can get physical and he can like Grant Williams. So like y'all can play him on the perimeter too. So it's not like y'all bigs can't move on the perimeter either. So I think that's an advantage people don't really talk about is that y'all can actually switch certain stuff. And if Cat likes to be on the perimeter, he's actually going to be doing his team a disservice doing that against y'all.
Yeah, man, we match up pretty good with Cleveland. The only thing with Cleveland is Mobley and Allen. Yeah, Mobley and Allen. Jared Allen had a big game versus us last Friday. I was there. He had like 28 and 12. We didn't have Musa, obviously. We didn't have Miles Bridges, but Jared Allen's a problem. And
my fear for y'all is Harden. It's Harden. Harden been giving y'all trouble this whole year every time y'all see him. That's my he's comfortable against y'all. So now that he's with in Cleveland with Donovan Mitchell, and he has like 2 bigs, the law 2 kind of like Chris Paul had with DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin. It's like shit, man. I honestly want y'all to avoid Cleveland if y'all can, because I just think the way they pace, it can get ugly at certain moments against Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah, like if Musa gets in foul trouble, Ryan Kalkbrenner is just too soft. He's not built for the moment yet. Like he's solid, but he's just soft. When he goes against like real bigs, like he doesn't rebound like a guy you think of his size can rebound. He gets the ball taken from him too much. Like he just doesn't have it yet, that physicality.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a Hornets fan, like I said, if we get in, which right now we're pretty much tied for 9th, but if we get to like 7, 8, win 1 game at home, get in the playoffs, and we're gonna give somebody hell in the first round. And if teams don't bring it, we could definitely. I could see us beating. These teams don't bring it, we can beat one of these teams. Like I'm not scared of these teams. Like we've been one of the best teams in the NBA since January 1st, and So, whoever matches up versus us, pretty much no team wants to see us in the first round. No team wants to see us. I won't be surprised if some teams try to maybe dodge us in the standings because we've seen that happen in the NBA before. No team wants to play us right now. We're playing like a top 5 team in the East, really like a top 10 team in the league since January 1st. But our record doesn't reflect it because we got so many injuries at the beginning of the year. But nobody wants to see us in the first round. I promise you that. And honestly, I think for good all season, we have 2 first-round picks in the draft. And another good offseason will be top 4 or 5 in the East by next year, honestly. If things keep trending the way they're trending, some of that internal player development, I wouldn't be surprised if we're in the top 5 in the East next year. But, that's a year down the road. So now we just got to worry about building momentum towards the play-in tournament, so us playoffs. So,
before we keep, what's good, BT? I saw you joined the pod, man. What's going on with you, my brother?
Ain't shit, bro. Just chilling.
Yo, question real quick, because I know right now y'all in the play-in seedings. Another dark horse, maybe not dark horse for the playoffs, but interesting team to watch going forward. I think it might be the Atlanta Hawks. Now that they got Kuminga playing, Jalen Johnson's there. I know CJ McCollum ain't all that, but I really just don't trust the Heat right now and the way how y'all playing. Atlanta getting that boost for Kuminga. I really feel like y'all two are the teams because as good as Orlando is right now, they pretty much, Franz is out indefinitely right now dealing with his injury. And I really feel like between y'all and Atlanta, those teams can get that 7 to 8 seed going into the playoffs. So, BT, I just want to think how, do you think Kuminga is going to be able to help Atlanta stay in the play-in hunt and stay and maybe even get into the playoffs?
I mean, shit. The way that nigga was balling last night, like he got his joy back, man. So,
Curry ain't shit, bro.
I was just telling Tish that. I was like, Tish, man. Kamina dropped like 20-something last night. She was like, what?
BT so petty, dog.
Hey, it's funny that all of us caught it at the same time with his pettiness. That's how you lead your household right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you lead your household. That's a good husband.
I try my best, dog. That's all I can do.
For sure, man.
But he could definitely help them out, though. He could definitely help them out, bro. All it takes is for a nigga to be happy again playing basketball. You feel me? And he was smiling last night. You ain't seen a nigga smile all season. Smiling yesterday, son. So, yeah, I think I don't like the Hawks. Fuck them niggas, but yeah, he can definitely keep them alive in that playoff. That play-in.
He left that city. Yeah. He left that nickname. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
They actually gave him a little bit of run. They didn't give him a lot, but they gave him a little bit.
They've been developing him. They've been developing him at least a little bit.
And we saw that. I forgot where I saw it. I want to give people their credit, but we saw that the Warriors were scared to make the move that actually they made the same move that helped them win the championship and won those championships down the line. When it came down between David Lee and Draymond Green, y'all had to make the grown-up decision. It's like, you know what? Draymond Green just looks better in our starting lineup. We got to move David Lee to the bench. Y'all wasn't ready to do that shit with Draymond Green. Y'all catered to this nigga Draymond Green, even though he cost y'all maybe 2 to 3 championships. He ran niggas out. He ran niggas out of town and shit, because he was being too demonstrative. He cost y'all team money because he was being too demonstrative and shit. He has more highlights of being on WWE rather than being in the NBA and shit. So I'm like, there was plenty of opportunities for y'all to be an organization and step in and hold people more accountable than what it is. But he punched the shit out of Jordan Poole. Not the nigga out. He was still participating in ring night, got his ring and everything. He out here choking any foreigner he got down.
Hey, he wore his flag. He wore his flag very well.
Hey, you can't say he not a patriot for his country, dog. He ain't got no smoke for American, but trust believe, you got a Vic next to your name. He see you got a green card. Your passport ain't blue.
Man, not this nigga being a dark skinned version of Ice, bro. Come on, man. Hey, son.
Nah, he smooth border patrol with it, man. He smooth border patrol.
Hey,
he's checking all bags, all back seats of vehicles. He on all that shit, dog.
Oh my god!
Boy, he's stomping on your chest.
Look, why you think France got so shook when Curry was going on, bro? They saw Draymond in the front seats, bro. They was like, oh shit, bro. You know, Rudy got PTSD. He's like, he already know what's up.
Yeah, man.
Boy,
Draymond not stamping your passport. He's stomping on your chest like Sabonis.
Man, Sabonis ain't been right since, dog. Kings ain't been right since.
Shit, Jordan Poole ain't been right since.
Really hasn't.
Honestly, every time that nigga stomp or hit somebody, they ain't been right since. Cause Rudy ain't been good since he got his ass choked out.
Exactly.
Rudy got demoted on his own on his own team in France, bro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Draymond out here knocking the Sonic coins out of niggas. Draymond is what Beef Stew think he is.
No. It's actually the opposite. No, it's actually the opposite. It's actually the opposite.
No, I'll get my shit off. I got a agenda to run.
Fuck that. Because Draymond's fake. Draymond got slapped up by Tristan Thompson. Third trimester, Tristan Thompson slapped that nigga up, bro.
I give you that. All right.
Isaiah Stewart literally just wants to fight, dog. Like, I seen this nigga, like, he balled his fist up before going for the board. I seen it, bro. I got the league pass. Like, I seen it, son. Because everybody knows the rules about coming off the bench. He don't give a fuck, bro. He's like, ain't nobody here to hold me back. This is my moment. I've been waiting for this shit, man. He not low with that shit. Like, he has issues. Like, the brother has issues. Like, I don't know what it is. This is supposed to be Mr. Basketball from the state of Washington and shit. Like, I'm like, man, they want to give this man $6 million a year. I'm like, bro, he wants to fight like Joshua and shit, bro. He wants to fight Floyd or Mike Tyson. He don't want to fight these NBA niggas, man. Like, where's James Johnson when you need him, bro? That's who we need.
Real. He in the big three now.
Man, fuck that, bro. We wasting contracts. I put this nigga on my team for security. That's the nigga you put on. You don't give a fuck if he on the bench or on the floor. You say, oh, nigga, scrap. Go ahead. We pay the fine. We pay the fine. Go ahead. Unleash this nigga, bro. Like the Kraken. Like, go ahead. I'm saying, man, these dudes got problems, man. He need to shrink.
Y'all think he'll pull up on Joker Brothers?
Yes.
That's a wild nigga then.
Yes. Because he don't know no sense. Now, would that result in him being, an arm in Texas, another arm in Louisiana, leg in Arkansas? Yeah. But he gonna try them. I'm just saying.
He take that Detroit stuff a little too seriously.
Bro, you ain't even been there that long for all that shit, bro. Calm your ass down.
They think they BMF up there. That's the problem.
Bro, that was the worst of all the Power series. Calm that shit down.
That won't even the Power universe.
It was fun. It's fun about that rapper that's getting. It's fun. It was fun about that rapper that was getting killed in the media in the booth right now. So it's all the same to me, man. They all under one.
He getting packed up by a light-skinned 21-year-old.
Sound like what the Spurs did to them the other night. Then it all comes back to it, huh?
Everything's full circle.
But yeah, I'm actually surprised that the Eastern Conference is looking like it's actually going to be some good ball, because even to the point that, like, your Toronto Raptors, Dave, like, they've been playing solid, man. Brandon Ingram been playing good in front of his girl every time they have a whole game. Scotty Barnes, an R-star this year. Scotty Barnes, he has a case for Defensive Player of the Year. Detroit's gonna be Toronto's gonna be a hard out for sure, Dave. Like, so I don't want you to think like it's supposed to be easy for anybody that plays against Toronto. I was like, Toronto, I don't know, man. Toronto, they're not just gonna like lay over and shit. They're gonna play some hoop. They got represent for the damn country, man, because the country been going through it for like 4 years at this point, man. It's getting tough out there for Toronto.
Yeah, it's a tall task for them. You know, for coming into the season, I guess given how I thought the standings would be in the East, I thought Milwaukee would be better. I thought maybe some Orlando and some other teams would be better. So I thought actually we would be in the play-in situation. Actually, I mean we're at 5 right now. I think we started the season kind of around 3 or 4 because we got off to a really good start. But yeah, I think we can cause some problems, like you said, Scotty. Is a first team all defense type of player. Bi been going crazy. Should have been an all-star in my opinion. And we got some young pieces. Jacoby Walter, who we picked up, who we drafted last year. He's a good role player. CMB Murray Boyles. He was in the Rising Stars competition. And he's gonna be a solid role player soon. Guys like Grady and we don't really have a bench like that because after RJ and Scotty and Quickly and Bi, that's about it. Like we got some other guys that have been stepping up for us a lot. But depth is going to be key, in the playoffs, and I think we'll be able to get a series depending on who we match up with. But I think we've exceeded expectations a little bit so far.
Just be prepared to be on NBA TV, my boy.
Hey man, hey man, hey. The way I see the standings, I'm like, man, we definitely gonna be on NBA TV. They love putting us on fucking NBA TV. Man.
NBA TV on a Saturday at 3:00. Let's get this out the way, fellas.
Hey man, if they put our game 1 on NBA TV, I will find out where Adam Silver lives because that is straight up disrespect.
Game 1,
it's like at least put us on ESPN game 1.
Game 1's usually on the major networks. It's like them games 2 through 4.
Yeah,
they some games 2 through 4. It's like
game 2 and 3 is gonna be on NBA TV.
That shit on NBA TV.
The Saturday Sunday games gonna be on major network. But it's all good. It's all good.
Here, damn man, y'all get a game. Y'all get a national televised game. Here, damn. That's what it's
man. The disrespect, bro. The disrespect.
Nah, he better not disrespect Bi Notorious Bi3 like that.
The disrespect, man. Hey,
they don't want no problems from Glow, man. Silver don't want to be put in a song, dog.
Because the fact of the matter is Toronto's more lit than some of these U.S. cities, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
You can't tell me the way they've been getting killed in the media these days, man. I thought LeBronto was bad, bro. Shit, the whole nation catching strays at this point, man.
Boy.
I mean, that ain't basketball problem. I mean, I know there's a rapper that contributed to that. There's a baseball team that contributed to that. There's a whole national hockey team that contributed to that. We had nothing to do with that.
The whole national hockey team 2 times.
Twice. Twice. Yeah.
Shit. That national basketball did because that national basketball team they even medal in Paris. So shit, man. Everybody involved, man. Shit, RJ Barrett was on that fucking team, then, nigga. Yeah, y'all ain't escaping shit. Yeah, you can't escape it, bro. You just gotta embrace him.
Come on, he's the third option, man. It's all right.
Shit, he was doing better than Murray. He wasn't shit.
You notice outside of a Denver jersey, Jamal Murray ain't that good.
And playing the Lakers.
Since we on the topic, man, let's go ahead to this Western Conference, man. I mean, if they're fully healthy, is OKC still the favorite, y'all? Let's just get it out there. Do we still expect OKC to be heavy favorites if they get fully healthy?
Fully healthy, yes.
Yeah, I think so. I mean that pickup with Jared McCain, yeah.
Yep. That was not saying that was an underrated pickup, but because a lot of people were expecting that because they knew that Daryl Morey was a dumbass. But he's showcasing that he has the ability to step up whenever you have your starters on the bench or they need a rest or whatever. He has 18 tonight so far, and he's coming off the bench, so that says a lot right there on his own. Like you're giving him time to. What was that?
What's up, BT?
I said fingernail paints and all.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, y'all gonna get a set. But yeah, he's getting the opportunity to be developed the correct way and getting the opportunity to play the right kind of hoops. Not saying that he wasn't going to get the opportunity in Philly, but with him getting hurt and his minutes declining, he wasn't going to get the chance to be on the court like how he should be. Him going to OKC and them being one of those teams that run those deep lineups that go like 9-10 deep, he was going to get his opportunity no matter what. So this just it's helping him out a whole lot. He's preparing for playoff time, if you ask me.
So is everyone familiar with like the 40-20 rule when it comes to the NBA?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so at the moment, it's only 3 teams that kind of hit that benchmark. We got the Detroit Pistons, the OKC Thunder, and the San Antonio Spurs. And we've seen the San Antonio Spurs beat OKC like 4 times out of like 5 this season. And we saw what they did to Detroit. They actually have a good record against like top-seeded teams. I know they're a young group, but majority of young group, they still got like Harrison Barnes. De'Aaron Fox has some playoff experience. But Spurs, the way they guarded the other night, I don't think people really talk about. I know everybody is enamored with Wemby because if you watch him on League Pass, he does something like at least once or twice a game. It's like only Wemby can do that because of his size and his skill set. There was a dunk in the Detroit game where it's like Wemby didn't even come down with the ball. He just grabbed it in mid-air and just dunked it. And I was like, yeah, only Wemby can do that shit. Like, there's nothing you can do to guard it. Like, only Wemby can do that shit. Detroit's like the Spurs like guard lineup is ridiculously crazy. You got De'Aaron Fox, you got Stephon Castle, and you got Dylan Harper. Shit, you could throw in Keldon Johnson in there and shit. It's like
Devin Vassell.
Devin Vassell, yeah, you could add him too. And then even that Champagne dude, like he be like a solid contributor on offense and defense. Like the Spurs is a really good team. Like this Mitch Johnson coming in after the great Greg Popovich and everything. He's really got this team really going, man. And they seem like a really solid group. Like, what do y'all see with the Spurs ceilings when it comes to this playoff run? Because I think they are legit like contenders if everything goes well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they can contend for even the finals possibly. I mean, if that matchup that we're hoping to get in the Western Conference Finals with OKC and San Antonio, I would love for that to go 7. And obviously, if you get to a game 7, anything can happen. So that's why I say the Spurs could possibly go to the finals. But I do like what I see from them. I do like how their chances and how they match up with everybody else, just because of youth and how they're able to kind of play the certain styles. And it's not like they are young, but they also have experience as well.
Yeah,
like De'Aaron Fox, De'Aaron Fox has only been to the playoffs 1 time, but he still has like the veteran leadership because he's been in the league for like 7 or 8 years now. So you have guys like that. I think Harrison Barnes is still on the team, right?
Yeah. Solid vet, one of the solid vets you can have in the league.
Yeah, and then Vassell's been around for a few years. Castle is going into his own. I don't know if I said this like right before he got drafted, but I was thinking it for sure because when he was at UConn, I saw like he was playing a role like when he was in college, and now that like he's in the NBA, we've got to see more of his, him thrive on the offensive side of the ball, and he could have. That's why I appreciate him so much because he could have went anywhere. He could have went to any school and been the number 1 guy, but he kind of took a backseat to guys like Clingan and Cam Spencer and Tristan Newton and Alex Caravan, and he just played a role. But when he was asked to score or to be an offensive power, he was able to do that. So we're seeing a lot of that, with the Spurs, and he reminds me a lot of a young Kawhi. To be honest, he reminds me a lot of what he's able to do defensively and how he's been growing on the offensive end too. So I mean, they have a good balance. I think they can compete with anybody. If they play Minnesota, if they play Houston, if they play Denver, I think they can beat any of those teams in the 7-game series.
All right. So, AT, I have a question for you, man. So we know the 3 and 4 seed is the Houston Rockets and the Denver Nuggets. Both of them, even though we seen like them play very well, they look at the moment like two of the like sus teams in the West right now for different reasons. If you had to put your chips on a team right now, which one would you pick?
Between those two teams?
Yeah.
That's tough, man, because like, do you pick defense or do you pick offense? Because Denver they're not a great defensive team. Houston is a great defensive team, but their lack of a point guard hurts their offense. They're very iso centric. Amen Thompson is playing about as well as you can expect him to play as a point guard, but he's not a point guard, and his lack of shooting. I saw a tweet, and then I actually paid attention and really watched them. Teams sometimes put their center on Amen Thompson and just sag off of him and dare him to shoot, and you're going to see that strategy probably implemented in the playoffs. They're just going to back off and dare him shoot. Houston's not a great 3-point shooting team. Reece Shepard sometimes gives him a little bit of that shooting, but he's also a defensive liability. We know Udoka doesn't like liabilities on defense as well. So I feel like Houston's kind of like a good regular season team, but they kind of have the same issues they had last year, except they have Kevin Durant. That might win them a series depending on the matchup, but I just don't see them getting past the second round. Denver, I think Denver's ceiling's a little bit higher because they're a championship team, and we have Jokic, even though they haven't really played well since Jokic just came back. Jamal Murray still having one of his best seasons he's had probably since before his injuries. We see what happens when they get Aaron Gordon back, and see they implement Cam Thompson. We just haven't really seen a lot of Denver whole, so I would say I'll get the sliders at Denver, but do I feel confident with that? Not really, because they're kind of in a rut right now. Like, ever since Jokic came back, they actually had a nice string of wins without Jokic, and he comes back and they lost some games that make you scratch your head. They had some head scratching performances, so I don't know what's going on with that. So
I think Jokic is playing through injuries. I don't think he's fully healthy, and then now he's also dealing with a wrist injury, and they playing him because if he missed one more game, then he's not going to be eligible for any postseason awards. And
I need to think about the championship though. See,
I know.
Problem with Adam Silver and CJ McCollum, bro. Like, put this rule in. This rule never needed to be put in the first place. But guess what? I saw a tweet earlier that said everybody that's won MVP has played at least 65 games. Even Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid played 66 games when he won his MVP year. So most people that won MVP have played that number of games anyway. But to put this rule in is just ridiculous. When, like, I'm not trying to hate on him, but like, if Cade Cunningham wins MVP, it's going to be because of the rule. Like, SGA should be MVP. Then Jokic or Jaylen Brown. But if Cade gets MVP, it's because of this rule.
By default.
After that performance he had, but I mean, he's had some strong.
It becomes the next man up award.
We gonna if Cade wins this MVP because Shea becomes ineligible, Joker becomes ineligible, we gonna feel the same way about this MVP like how we did about Joker winning one of Embiid's MVPs. Like, you had a good season, but you got this MVP because people just felt like this person didn't play enough games, and it's such.
Jaylen Brown MVP over Cade Cunningham, but that's just me.
That's valid. I mean, in my opinion, you can go either way. I'm not going to say you're wrong for thinking that, because Jaylen Brown has been playing some of the best ball, and you got to think the story just seems better with him winning it, because nobody expected Boston to be this good with Tatum pretty much being out this long. And the team is literally it's a 2 seed and not that many games far back from Detroit at the moment. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong in saying that.
MVP's driven on narratives, and also Boston's good for business. Did you see that Sunday night? The ratings for that last Sunday night basketball game.
Yeah.
Like Boston's good for business, and they're gonna try to. If Jaylen Brown wins MVP, especially if they advance deep into the playoffs, the NBA is gonna milk that storyline as much as they can.
You think so? Because I feel like Jaylen Brown is just one of those people. They're just really not trying to like put him out there. It's funny how Boston has these two amazing players, but for different reasons, they just not really marketing them the way they should be. Like Jaylen Brown,
he's more marketable than Jason Tatum.
he is, but you know when you're dealing with a smart, like confident black man, the way Jaylen Brown is, like you saw like All-Star Weekend, he was trying to get this panel going in the Beverly Hills joint, shut that shit down. You see him getting into with like Nike and USA basketball and everything. Yeah. Jaylen Brown just feels like he's entitled to, and he thinks he's smarter than you. Mm-hmm. So that that can rub people the wrong way.
And turning that nasty, that's what did it.
That's what I'm saying. So like he should get way more than he gotten so far, but. Like Katie's been pointing out, it's like I can read in between the lines what's going on with Jaylen Brown. Like I can see like there's certain people that just don't want Jaylen Brown to get that successful because it's like we already about to get LeBron pushed out the league, so we can kind of get his wokeness out the league and not worry about it. But the way how Jaylen Brown operates, you feel me? Like he's not somebody that's just going to back down or he's going to play. He's not going to play. He's not gonna play ball, in politics and stuff like that. Jaylen Brown gonna say what he want to say. So that's why I feel like they might push.
Ain't he a vice president? I think he's a vice president.
I
believe so. Yeah.
I think so.
Vice president of the Players Association. Yeah. I think
so. We all know who gets that position of VP of Players Association. It's the nigga that's gonna bark. It's a nigga that's gonna be like, nah, this some bullshit for real. That's Jaylen Brown. So I can see they want to push Cade narrative because he got the #1 team in the Eastern Conference story. Even though I just feel like the Jaylen Brown story is better because. Again, when we had our preseason episode, we was like Boston might be like a play-in team. They might be like a 6 seed team. It's going to be tough to see what Jaylen Brown is going to do leading this team. Well, we see what happens when he's leading this team. He's a top 5 player in my opinion this year. So, like, it is. So that's why I'm not disputing what you're saying, but to you.
I didn't know this. I mean, yeah, Jaylen Brown is a vice. I think he's one of multiple vice presidents on the executive committee because like Grant Williams is on there. Fred VanVleet is also on here as well.
I think he's the president.
He's the president now.
He was the vice.
Yeah, and Trey Murphy, Garrett Temple, Karl-Anthony Towns,
Garrett Temple.
Yeah, Garrett Temple.
The fuck.
Yeah, he on my Raptors. Yeah.
Oh shit! God damn, keep a job.
Hey, he's been a vice president since pre-COVID. On top of that.
Yeah. Since 2017. Yep.
Shout out to Garrett Temple, man. Cause he used to be up here in DC with the Wizards. That man would keep a job. I am at you. He gonna make sure he get them benefits. He gonna get them benefits. He gonna get them benefits. He gonna make sure he get them checks to still get that free medication.
Hey, he's a vet that cracked the code, man. You ain't gotta rely on your stats, man. Just what you can bring to the locker room.
Exactly. But back to your point, I can see why you would pick Denver, and Houston. I mean, Houston can really have a trouble. They could be one of those teams that get bounced in the first round depending on their matchup because, like I said, all of it, it's just the injury. Fred tearing his ACL before the season really did this team a disservice because as much as, they traded for KD, they know that they needed like Fred point guard abilities to kind of get things going, keep the offense flowing and everything. I think what people are also not really talking about is Steven Adams being out for the rest of the season too. He was a really good defender, a rebounder for that team. So for those times where they had struggling shooting, he would get a lot of those offensive boards and kick it back out, and they had like second and third chances to kind of get a bucket. So he's been severely missed on that team as well. And Houston just did themselves a disservice, really not trying to find a point guard at the trade deadline. I think they was hoping for like Drew or Russell Westbrook to kind of get bought out and find themselves on the open market to see if they could bring them onto the team. That just hasn't happened yet. So now they just staying pat with the wings being wing point guards and everything. And, you know, some of our favorite person, Rashard Phillips, he kind of called this out. He was like, everybody's trying to move basketball to having the wings be the initiator of the offense, where sometimes you just need to be traditional. You still need your point guard to set things up, because playoffs is where, you know, you see a lot of more half-court sets. So you're going to need somebody that's going to be able to break down the pressure, because we saw it opening night. Houston was dominating OKC, but when did the game change? When OKC press up and all those turnovers start happening. And that's what I see a lot of coming from Houston when it comes to the playoff. They say, yeah, we're going to let y'all play around, but if we feel like we getting too low, like we down by like 10 points, we just going to up the defensive pressure when y'all bring the ball in and have y'all commit turnovers and stuff like that.
Right. To add to that point about the point guard position, going back to the Hornets, I have to give LaMelo Ball a lot of credit, because, you know, Han has brought a lot to the team and Brandon has brought a lot to the team. I'm going to give you a classical music reference. Like, LaMelo is like the conductor of the symphony. You can be a great violin player, great cello player, bass player, pianist, but the whole orchestra falls apart without the conductor.
Mm-hmm.
LaMelo is a conductor for our team. And people, you know, there's all these agendas and narratives, you know, on Twitter with the Hornets and shit. We know some of the people, like, you got the LaMelo stands, you got the Khan stands, and the Brandon Miller stands, but
Khan having stands as a rookie is wicked, bro.
Yeah. So
that's a nasty nickname they gave him. That's a nasty nickname they gave him too.
Yeah, but like, I don't care, because there's always a debate about who's better player. Is Brandon better? Whatever. I don't give a fuck who's better player. Point is that without the conductor, the whole thing falls apart. Now, LaMelo is the engine that makes this go. Will he be the best player on the team a couple years from now? I don't know. No, Brandon's ceiling is very high. I think Khan's ceiling is higher than I expected, but this team doesn't move without LaMelo, and you know, it's very clear. Like, when he's off the floor, you look at his plus minus when he's on the floor, off the floor, that tells you the whole story. So back to the original point about, you know, point guard play, like, you still need that point guard play in the playoffs. He's an extension of the coach on the floor. Mm-hmm. And what I keep telling people is regular season is about talent, playoffs is about coaching and those game-to-game adjustments.
Yeah.
How you execute those game-to-game adjustments. And having that point guard on the floor as an extension of the coach helps you those game-to-game adjustments. That's why Oklahoma State said SGA is the engine that makes them go, right? You know, we've seen with teams in the past, like they all have that point guard. And for the most part, the only teams I can really think of that haven't really had that point guard, because I'm gonna consider LeBron the point guard. LeBron's the point guard, point forward, right? The only team that really won, like, were like Phil Jackson led teams. If you think about it, with the triangle, because Ron Harper is not a traditional point guard.
No.
John Paxson was a point guard, but the offense ran through Michael and Scotty, right? And then when LA was the same thing, Ron Harper the first year, and then Derek Fisher. You could say Derek Fisher was, but like, that offense ran through
Kobe
and
Shaq. And then I'm trying to think of a couple other teams, because like even the Spurs team, they had Tony Parker, and you can say what you want, but Tony Parker was a good point guard. And they also ran a lot of offense through Manu as that point forward. So you would say point guard, point forward, but really look at it, a lot of teams have to have those point guards, like, to really be the engine that makes those teams go, that really get guys where they need to be.
I say Toronto ran a lot through Kawhi and Pascal when we won.
But Lowry was
Lowry. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not trying to tell people like you need Kyrie Irving, you need Steph Curry as point guard. Yes, it helps, but I'm just saying like just having a traditional point guard really just sets your team up. Like Derek Fisher, yes, he wasn't like scoring 20 points a game, but at least he was like he knew like point guard instinct. It's like, hey, bro, we shooting too many threes. When I get the ball back, I'm like, yo, we're gonna run a play. We're gonna slow this shit down and everything. The difficulty with wings, yes, you can dribble, but what can you dribble when you're 6'8", you're 6'10", like Cade 6'11", or whatever KD's height is, when you gotta dribble up high because you're not down to the floor like a traditional point guard, and yeah, you're gonna have all these people like a Caruso, you're gonna have Shea, you're gonna have Jada, they're gonna swarm you, and we've seen what happens. Like KD's gonna turn that ball over 9 out of 10 times, and man Thompson's gonna turn that ball over 9 out of 10 times. It's because yes, you can run and down up in the court, transition. Oh, that looks beautiful. That looks pretty. But you get to a half court set and Shea's in his stance, Caruso is in his stance. Like, what's that going to look like? And then, like we said, Houston gets into that ISO situation because they're not swinging the ball like that, because not a lot of players have that high IQ to be like, we got to find a way to kick it to this corner to the open shooter or slash it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, example, like Denver, when Denver really goes, we know Joker's gonna get hit regardless, but when Denver is really special, when Jamal Murray, that's a good example.
The comparison I want to make when it pertains to it is just like how in the NFL they talk about like game manager. You don't need to have a game-changing point guard. Just long as you have a game-managing point guard that has a high IQ and he knows the spots on the court where to get the ball, you're gonna be successful regardless.
I mean, perfect example, Drew Holiday for the Boston Celtics.
Exactly.
And when he won for the Milwaukee Bucks too.
Drew, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, was he Kyrie? Was he Steph? Was he Dame? No, but he was a respectable point guard. He knew when to pick his offense, but he also knew how to handle pressure, and he also knew how to find the open person and how to dictate the pace and set up the offense. You need someone like him. That's what Houston needed. If Houston was able to snatch Drew Holiday, I would feel a lot better about this team. They just don't have that player on that roster right now. KD's going to do KD things. He's going to get his 25 to 30 points. But the question mark is still on Jabari Smith because he's inconsistent. Questions still on Amen Thompson because he's inconsistent. Questions on Reed Shepherd because he's inconsistent. And that's where you got to get your offense from outside of KD. So you're going to tie Eason and Denny Finney-Smith. They're going to have like some defensive slasher moments. But your other three main offense contributors, that they have to step it up. And I just feel like if they got the Lakers, for example, I can see Houston making it through the first one because the Lakers defense is atrocious. It don't matter what kind of tweaks they try to make. As long as DeAndre Ayton out there, as long as Luka's out there on the defensive side, they could try to shoot up all those horse shots all he wants. Like, LeBron James is not the same LeBron James from when he was in his first thing with Cleveland or the Heat. Hell, even they will take the defense from second stint Cleveland LeBron than the LeBron that they have right now. So I'm just saying, like, if Houston gets a matchup between like the Lakers or even the Suns, okay, I'll give you a shot. But if they have to see like Ant-Man again,
nah,
I'd be worried. Or I think
Minnesota's a dangerous team. I'm not to cut you off, but I don't think anybody wants to see Minnesota.
No, Ant is that disruptor for any series. Because like, for example, if you're not Shea or Joker in the West right now, that next person is Ant-Man. And sometimes a series comes down to, I have the very best player in this series. And that's what Ant-Man's been the last couple of seasons. He's been to the Western Conference 2 times in a row. And the first time, they just got outplayed by Dallas. Second year, Minnesota got caught with some injury bug, and they just faced a better OKC team at the end of the day. But Ant-Man, especially the way he's playing right now.
Yeah, Minnesota is kind of like the Western Conference version of Philly. It don't really matter their seed. If they get in, they're going to give whoever their hell because, like I said, Ant-Man, any given series, be the best player on the floor. And if Randall's right, they can go to a whole other level. And then you got McDaniels, you got Nas Reed, and they've been to back-to-back Western Conference Finals. So, like, they have experience. They have success in the playoffs. And that's a very dangerous team.
They just got that attitude like, we don't give a fuck who you are. So, when you always come out with that mindset, you just already know you're in for a dogfight.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where they land in the standings. If they can get like to the 5th seed, I would love to see them in Oklahoma City in a 7-game series again. Just because like during the regular season, Minnesota's giving Oklahoma City real problems. And then if like they match up with Denver, I think that'd be a great series. They give Denver real problems too. Like Minnesota gives a whole lot of teams problems. Like that's a team that you really, really don't want to. That's the wild card in the West means Minnesota. It's like Philadelphia is the wild card in the East. I think Minnesota is that wild card out West. It don't matter their seed. They're gonna come and they're gonna bring it. And if you don't have your best, they'll beat you no matter if they have home court or not. They don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Finch, one of the better coaches in the league.
Yeah, he's doing his thing right now, man. Camera front. He's doing his thing. Who the playing team so far in the West?
Playing teams. They are Phoenix, Golden State, Portland, and the Clippers.
Okay.
Phoenix is in trouble.
Yeah.
I think he's in trouble because they don't have Devin Booker and Brooks.
Yep.
Right now, they're going to drop. If the Warriors can just get Steph back and keep him relatively healthy, they'll probably slide to 7. Yeah, they'll probably slide to 7. Portland's a good story. Nobody thought they'd be good, especially after the whole Chauncey situation. But they might win that 9-10 game, but that's probably about as good as it can be. The Clippers are kind of interesting because Kawhi is hooping.
Yeah.
Kawhi is playing at a.
Kawhi's going to dictate what happens in that play-in tournament. Also, the Clippers is going to try to win as much as possible because we already know OKC owns their pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not trying. I know Adam Silver's directly called them. It's like, hey man, we're not trying to have that shit in the lottery, dog. Y'all gotta try to find your way into that AC.
Well, they got it because Phoenix looking like they're gonna drop, so they can move up for sure.
Yeah, but I think if healthy, Warriors and Phoenix should be able to lock in those 7 to 8 seeds. So we're just gonna have to see whenever people again. Sometimes, like I said earlier, there's a lot of teams that's dealing with injuries right now, and some of these players are done for the season, and some can come back at any moment. But when and how is your team going to perform without these people out of the lineup? Because Phoenix is relying on Jalen Green right now, man. And I'm not saying he's a scrub, but he was kind of like looking like a third option. He was dealing with injuries himself in the beginning of the year. So this is like his first time being consistent in the rotation. But like how long is he going to be able to sustain this going forward without Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks? So we're just going to have to see about that. But it's going to be interesting to see both conferences going down the stretch. We about to be in March next week, and we all know once we get into April, it's playoff time, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Down to the nitty gritty, man. March is coming.
Yeah.
It's close to the playoff basketball, March Madness. It's a great time for hoops, man. Like this is when things really start to ramp up. We get closer to the playoffs. We got 20 games left in the season, so yeah, man. This is where like teams really start to try to get into their playoff form and build some momentum as a postseason and really make that final push. And like you say, there's a lot of seeding up for grabs, so that'd be interesting. Also, got to shout Network NBC, man. The Sunday Night Basketball's been an absolute hit so far, man.
Cinema.
Beautiful.
It's been a good setup because I mean, like we've been from September all the way up to now or till early February. We were used to Sunday night football. Now you replace that with Sunday night basketball.
And they're doing Sunday night baseball.
Yeah.
NBC on it, dog.
No, that's what I've been thinking about because NBC has been cooking in the sports game because for a minute they've been out of it. Like when you watched NBC, it was just for the Olympics.
Yeah,
and they had an NHL deal for a while, but other than that, that was it. Like for baseball, basketball, football. I mean, football came back to NBC in 2006. Yeah, 2006, I believe, and it hasn't left since. So for a while, for a while, like after NBA left NBC for the first time for some 4 or 5 years, it was only it was only like there wasn't much to look forward to when watching NBC because it was everything else was on the other channels. But they are cooking. They are cooking. I like to see it.
No, for real. For sure. I know, over an hour, but I do want to ask a couple of questions before we end the podcast. I did promise we was going to talk some college hoops. I guess the only question I want to ask, and I guess this goes along with like the tweets, quote unquote, tanking. As of right now, if you had the number one pick, are you picking Peterson or AJ?
Peterson.
You still picking Peterson, even though with the recent stuff, with the recent injuries and stuff?
I think his ceiling is more higher than AJ. I'm not like AJ to me. He like a more souped up version of RJ Barrett to me.
I swear that was somebody's player comp on one of those NBA draft sites.
Like he's gonna be a good player, probably borderline all-star player. I just think Darryn Peterson's ceiling is like higher. Like when Darryn Peterson has athleticism, his shot making, he has things that you can't teach. I feel like AJ bullies a lot of people on the college level, but he's not going to do that on the NBA level. And he has good athleticism, but he doesn't have like to be elite athleticism. Like he's going to be a very, very good player. Like I said, a guy that's going to probably get you 18, 20 consistently, possibly best case scenario, all-star. But is he really going to be like?
You don't see him as that franchise changer in a sense, like Darryn Peterson could be.
Team. Yeah, I think he has a better chance of being that guy than AJ. I think AJ can be that guy, but a lot of things go right for him. He's got to have a lot of development. I think Peterson just has things that you can't teach, like the athleticism and the shot making when he's right has been elite.
Okay, so go ahead, Corey.
No. I can hold it.
Okay, because I know T's in the fitness, so Peterson's been dealing with a lot of cramps. I know he had a hamstring injury. Is he just dealing with lingering effects with his hamstring injury, and that's why it's like he's in and out of the lineup and stuff like that? Or it's like, what do you think is wrong with Peterson on the whole? Or is this more of like, we just trying to make sure he's good for the NBA draft, or he's just good for March Madness and everything?
Hamstrings can be lingering. Hamstrings can be tricky. So it's not something that you want to keep poking at if he's injured. At the same time, he's had some cramping issues, which anybody we played ball before. We all had issues with cramping playing basketball and just in general, like heavy exercise. Probably needs to learn how to hydrate better. I feel like because they did an article on him and like people were trying to paint it there like he doesn't care, which doesn't seem like it's true. Like people that have known him in high school can vouch for him differently. Say he's quiet, but he cares. You know what I'm saying? He's not very like outgoing, but he wants to be a basketball player. So I don't think he doesn't love basketball. I think he does love basketball. I think this is a lot on his shoulders, mentally, the whole NIL stuff as well. And then he got injured, and it's kind of sometimes people just mentally don't react to injuries well, and they might overthink it, or they might start stressing. And like I said, his whole career is in front of him, and he knows he's going to be number one, number two pick. So there's a lot of pressure on him. But I think he'll be fine once it gets to the NBA. I think, like I said, from what people read, what I saw in the article, and people were saying about him in high school, I think he'll be fine. I think some of it's just like he has legit hamstring issues, which could take a while to fix because like it's such it's a complex area because it's different muscle groups. It could be his outer hamstring, his inner hamstring. Requires a lot of stretching, a lot of mobility work, a lot of strengthening, especially. He also probably needs to work on his hips and glutes as well because that affects your hamstrings. Like your hamstrings connected to your knee, and it's also affected to the hip. So a hamstring issue can either be a misalignment of the knee or the hip. More often than not, it's usually the hip. But they're gonna have to pinpoint that, see how he does at the combine. With the interviews and stuff. Cause he's gonna get grilled during the interview session. I hope he has a good team around him that prep him for that as well. But I think he'll be fine. Like I said, his ceiling is higher than any other players except for maybe Caleb Wilson's, in my opinion. I think Caleb Wilson's ceiling, if he develops into what he can be, is possibly higher than AJ and Boozer, in my opinion.
So that was actually going to be my follow-up question. Well, the question that I had was, do you see Caleb? How do you see Caleb ceiling, especially because a lot of people have gave his pro comparison to being Kevin Garnett. Like, how do you see his pro career? Like, do you line him up with a Peterson?
I think.
I mean,
if you question Darryn Peterson's character, you want to question Caleb Wilson. Caleb Wilson wants to play. He's doing everything he can to get back on the floor with his hand injury. He plays with an edge. You don't have to worry about him being motivated to play. He's going to be motivated to play. Very self-driven guy. Brings on offense and defense. Great defender already. He'll get even better as he adds strength to his frame. The only issue with Caleb, not even an issue, I think he just needs to continue to develop his shot, which will come in time. Once he gets to the NBA team, they're going to make him shoot 2,000 shots a day. He'll develop his shot, in my opinion. That develops. I mean, he already has the athleticism, the high-end athleticism that you want in a prospect, and he also wants to be great. So you don't have to question his mentality as well. So I think his ceiling is very high. I could see Kevin Garnett because he already has the height, the wingspan, and that attitude of Kevin Garnett. Like I said, once he develops his shooting, I mean, he can be as good as he wants to be, in my opinion. I would love to have him in Charlotte, but we're not going to be in position to get him at the rate we're going. So whoever gets a Caleb Wilson is going to get a dog and a guy that can be an anchor for a champion. Well, I won't say championship team, depending on where he goes, but he can definitely be your first or second best player on a playoff team for sure.
One thing I feel like is underrated about his game is his defensive IQ. Looking at a lot of tape from him and how he positioned himself between the post and the perimeter, and knowing when to get back and where to get back, and looking for teammates so he can slide in and help. It's some things like that you just can't teach. It's like natural instinct with him, and it's just going to continue to get better. So that's a very underrated part of his game that a lot of people really haven't talked about or touched on.
Yeah, because that was going to go into my second question tonight, because I'm going to say the question for the pod for the next episode. But my second question, I was like, can you see Caleb Wilson taking Boozer for that third spot in the NBA draft? Because I can see it.
For sure.
I can see it.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, to me, like, the three guys I think that are, like, I won't say transcending, but I think can change a franchise right now. Obviously, AJ, Darryn Peterson, and Caleb Wilson. I know there are probably some others out there, but those are the top three for sure. I
could throw another name in there for real. Darius Acuff.
Darius Acuff.
I think that's Rashard Phillips' nephew. I think he's a problem. I think whoever team gets him is low-key getting a sneak, because I could just tell he's coming from a basketball family. And I think he's always going to try to like better himself. I think he's going to be that point guard we need to start seeing more of. Yes, he's a scorer and everything, but I see him initiating the offense, handling the pressure from defense. Like, he's that point guard we need to see more of, instead of that forward trying to initiate the offense. He's that point guard that I like to see.
And the good thing about this is that, like, a lot of these guys that we're going to see in the go top 10, top 5, top 10 in the draft, we're going to see them in the NCAA tournament. So that's a good thing. That's something that we hadn't seen, because remember, like, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, they were on Rutgers. We didn't see them, so that's actually one thing I'm looking forward to. Kind of me personally, like, with the going, just I won't take too long on this, but going back to the number one pick, I mean, I think it depends on fit, and how much of a risk you want to take. Not that Peterson is a risk for sure, because I do think, like T was saying, a lot of it is kind of just based on injuries or things that have just been lingering. And a lot of what he's shown me, particularly against, like, when Peterson and AJ played against each other back in January, a lot, like, that was up to that point, that was enough to at least show me, like, oh yeah, this dude is a certified bucket getter. Like,
I mean, to be honest with you, if Peterson decided to shut it down for that game, I don't think we're having this conversation. I think we're just saying he's the number one pick at that point.
And honestly, I feel like NBA teams, like teams that are in the lottery mix, probably don't even want him to play. They don't want him to play.
They don't want him to, Yeah, they don't want that injury to be prolonged.
Yeah, all this Peterson does noise, man. Like you're Sacramento or some of the other teams, you really just want him to shut it down and start getting ready for the draft if he could.
Honestly, it's only one team.
I'm not worried about him going to Sacramento. I'm not worried about him going to Sacramento.
Like, but the thing is, like,
Silver's not going to do that to him.
Like,
he's not going to Sacramento.
Like AJ.
Utah's going. AJ's going. AJ's going.
That's what I was about to say.
AJ going to Utah.
He's going to Utah.
But like if let's say for example, like the Wizards get the number 1 pick, I think they're gonna take Peterson.
Yeah.
I think so. Because that's another shooter.
We can't go wrong, but I feel like number 1 pick, they just gonna go with chalk and go get Peterson. Yeah, that's just my honest opinion.
Because because you already have Sarr and you have to give Anthony Davis a chance. So like, why not just get another guy that can put the ball in the basket? The
only way I can see them drafting AJ is one, they trade down for some reason, or two, they just feel like AJ is going to just be way better than what Kai's ceiling is, and we're just going to move Kai to the bench. That's my only because then AJ would be playing essentially the 3 at this point. So that's the only way I can see us drafting AJ. But outside that, I can really see them saying, okay, we're going to draft Peterson, and he's really like that. We're going to possibly have him as like the 3, or we're going to move Trey to the bench, or we're moving Kai to the bench for sure for Peterson. That's how I see it with the Wizards.
And then going back to Boozer, like the thing about him is that he's consistent to this point that like a lot of the games or the times that I see him play, like he'll make some impact, but a lot of his scoring or just like his impact on the game is very, a lot of it is kind of quiet too, as far as like his impact. Like he'll have a quiet 20 and 10, but at least there's some flashes in which like, okay, like
I don't want people to think I'm comparing him to this player. It's just he has like Tim Duncan-esque, like, but he's just like, he plays like fundamental basketball. And like he said, he's bullying a lot of like the college competition because, his dad was there in college booster. So he has like college boosters deeming that he's bigger than most of these dudes he's playing against in college. Like he's not going to be able to do some of this stuff when he gets to the league, especially the first couple of seasons. But he does have fundamentals, and he knows how to play around the basket. So that's what's helping him. Like, I feel like he's going to be a solid contributor when he gets into the league. Yeah. It's like,
I just don't see franchise changing. I don't see it.
No,
I see a piece. I see a piece to a contending team, but I don't see a superstar.
Okay, so I'm on draft room, so I'm gonna give you some quick player comps of a couple of these prospects, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. I mean, right now they have AJ compared to Tracy McGrady. I don't see T-Mac, man. I just don't see it.
No,
I don't.
I can see it from a standpoint. It's like, all right, this man's just an offensive force like T-Mac was. Are they playing the same type of state? Like people have to remember T-Mac was damn near him, like him. Now, do we do that? So, and when we got to remember comparison, it's like they're not trying to say he's going to be T-Mac. They just saying his trait is T-Mac. Like, yeah.
Okay.
So I just don't think I don't think he's going to be Tracy McGrady. That's a hard. That if he's Tracy McGrady, then somebody's getting a bona fide superstar.
That's scary as hell, especially at his size. Oh,
exactly.
So we got Darryn Peterson, Ray Allen / almost Kobe.
A young Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Okay. Cam Boozer, a mix of Kevin Love, Al Horford, and Michael Beasley.
You said Horford?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Now, mind you, all those were great players, and two of them were like all-stars, like legit all-stars. So, again, saying you don't always need athleticism, like jump out the gym talent to be a great player. We just know, like, is he going to be the player, like, the number one person that's going to lead your franchise? I don't see that out of him. But
he's going to be a solid number 2.
Exactly. Solid number 2.
Yeah. Actually, I feel like AJ is more Sharif Abdul-Rahim. I actually feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. one guy we haven't talked about, Kingston Flemings, a bigger De'Aaron Fox, or as a prospect, Markelle Fultz or a bigger De'Aaron Fox. That's interesting to me. I can kind of see a little bit of it.
I see Markelle like what Markelle was coming out of Washington.
In college. In college. Yeah.
Well, that's why I said they said prospect Markelle Fultz. And then your boy Darius Acuff, Stephon Marbury, Kobe White, Dame Lillard.
Dang, I did hear the Stephon Marbury comparison before.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I haven't seen the guy from Illinois, this Keaton Wagler dude. They got him going number 6. It's 6'6", 185.
I know.
He went up. He went up.
He
went up. Yeah, I watched a couple of Illinois. Yeah, he's solid, but then he shot up on the mock draft. Okay. Yeah.
Say what?
I said Ricky D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
Like D'Angelo was the one he was like in college.
Prospect.
College. Okay.
Snitch ass.
That's pretty much all I got for now. I mean, it's a loaded draft.
Hey, they got Braylon Mullins comp on there.
Yeah, hold on one second. I'm scrolling down. Give me 1 second.
Because to me, he's just a white.
They say Jared McCain.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, you said Braden Burns or Braylon? Oh, Mullins. My fault, Mullins. They had some guy named Braden Burns from Arizona compared to Jared McCain. So Braylon Mullins, my bad, from UConn. Buddy Hill plus Kevin Huerter, Clay Thompson Light.
They said Peyton Pritchard. They said
Buddy Hill.
But actually, Buddy
Huerter, Kevin Huerter, and Clay Thompson Light, like a light version.
They played different like shades of the same nigga, bro. That's disgusting.
It's really
Kevin Huerter. He gonna be a better shooter than Kevin Huerter, but I can see the comp.
It's like we giving you different shades of the same comp, bro. Like that's nasty.
Light Clay Thompson is crazy though. Because Braylon is pale as shit. So
hey, bro, just say this the sugar-free lemonade from Chick-fil-A, bro. That's what they told you.
That motherfucker can shoot the lights out though.
You call him Coach.
One of the best shooters in the class.
But this is why we seen some of the most egregious tanks in tanking history, because this is a pretty good draft class, and people are not as excited for next year draft class. So this is the year that people are going to really we're going to see some crazy stuff, because people are going to be trying to move up in the draft or trade notable players to try to get a piece to build, especially when we're talking about the CBA with the second apron, third apron, stuff like that. Teams might be trying to be like, we just can't able to keep paying a salary for minimum reward, so we're going to have to make a shift at some point. So yeah, it's gonna be hey man, I'm just ready to see what's going to happen with hoops, man. It's definitely going to be an interesting from pretty much starting Saturday, March 1st is Saturday, right?
Sunday.
Sunday. Starting March 1st on Sunday until June is prime time hooping action, man, and I'm ready. But before we end this podcast, I do want to give Dave mentioned it. Shout out to all the participants for USA in the Winter Olympics that all medal, but definitely shout out to the men and women hockey team. Far as I'm concerned, until next Winter Olympics, hockey is our sport.
Exactly.
And all y'all can be mad. Netherlands, Canada, Russia, all y'all little ice head niggas over there, until y'all get y'all shit together, y'all got to come over here in the next Winter Olympics to get y'all shit back. But until then, we got this trophy, baby. And we rocking that hoe to sleep.
When is
give us that fuck, bitch?
Where the one in 2030 is it?
It's here. It's here.
In Colorado?
The Winter Olympics is here?
The next Winter Olympics is in USA. Yeah, it's gonna be somewhere up in the
next. It's in Salt Lake City, I think.
Yeah, the next Winter Olympics coming to the USA, everybody. So yeah, they gonna have to come over here to get that trophy back, but we ain't giving that hoe up. Fuck y'all.
Hey, but I will say this about hockey. Well, it's particularly about that USA Canada game, because that if you want to if you want to see like real physicality in hockey, that was the game right there, because that's the best. That's the best of the best. That's the best of the best in the world.
So no. We got it in 34. We got it in 34. And 30 is actually France. They're calling it the French Alps.
Fuck them niggas. We're gonna take that hole in France too. Why we got France? We just had to go back over there and take y'all shit again. All right, fuck it.
Fuck France, but they did the job the other day.
For the viewers that don't know, some of my colleagues over here, they're on the Detroit Pistons hate watch after that incident in Charlotte. So I expect them to really just pray on the Detroit Pistons downfall until that day happens. So stay tuned.
Everything would have been cool if someone just kept their hands to themselves. Everything would have been straight.
Tough guy.
Everything would have been straight. But like that.
I see why Angel Reese left him. Something.
He has terrible bars too, by the way. Terrible bars.
No, them bars.
Y'all should know. Y'all should know about terrible bars.
Hey man.
Hey, the studio been closed.
It has been closed. That's why the Hornets been winning.
See, discipline. Y'all drafted people that know about discipline. Now look at y'all. Y'all was crying and shit in June. Now look at y'all. The 180 on this pod. The 180 on this pod.
Nah, it started after the Hornets won Summer League. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, niggas tunes changed real quick then the day. They was like, well shit.
Oh, Khan might be up to something.
Like,
we get to January. Oh, this nigga nice.
No. We really turned around when we noticed what he was doing off the court.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
True.
He a school shooter on and off the court. I like it.
Hey man.
We got a school shooter and a murderer.
Another villain for Charlotte Batman to try to handle and shit.
They really calling LaMelo the Joker.
Cause he drive like that nigga.
He drive like crazy.
I told y'all that shit was coming. It came 2 years. I wasn't wrong. I was late. That's all. I knew that shit was coming. But shit, Dave, what we tell these niggas on the pod, man? What we tell these niggas?
Hey, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the pod, like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Shout out again to USA men's and women's hockey teams for taking that gold medal. USA men, first time winning the gold medal since the Miracle on Ice in 1980. So big time accomplishment there. Yeah, we appreciate everyone for watching this episode. Make sure hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, whatever the case may be, make sure you follow us on there as well. Make sure you stay connected with us on Instagram, Facebook, X. Got more content on the way. Like we said, we're just a few days before we get to dirty soda in the styrofoam. Split a day, get my mom, boy. Mess it up, go to Nassau. 2 miles on the dash. It's almost that time. It is almost that time. So, hey, man, basketball, full swing. Teams are on the bubble right now in college basketball. Hey, it's about 10, 15 teams that could possibly, be national championship contenders. So I'm looking forward to seeing how everything shapes up. We're going to have more to say about that. More to say about what's going on in the NBA, more to say about women's college hoops, and if we may get a WNBA season possibly, because they have set a deadline to actually come to a deal. So we'll see if they actually meet that deadline. But yeah, more content on the way. We appreciate everyone for, staying locked in with us. And shout out to the new subscribers. As always, welcome to the space. Welcome to Assassin 4. We hope you enjoyed We hope you liked what you've seen and stay tuned for more content.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Dave. And with that, man, as always, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. It's your boy, Dre from PG, joined by my foot bros, my guy, C-Note, the biggest plug in Charlotte, T, D, resident doctor, D, Dr. Esquire Day. Our borough BT, he had to get off the pod and everything, but appreciate him coming through real quick. And I had the late questions ready for my boy, but I saved them for another day. we know the Lakers going through a civil war worse than the damn Avengers right now and shit. So so I'm gonna just leave it out there, man. But Appreciate y'all. This Assassin 4. We out.